everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria and today I'm going to be talking about tips on how to make yourself a competitive applicant for PA school. Let's get started. Tip number 1, try to keep both your cumulative and science GPA a 3.5 or above. Now let's say you don't have a 3.5 or above. What I highly recommend is taking prerequisite courses that you received below a B in. Now let's say you've already done that. I also recommend taking advanced courses and acing them. PA schools like to see an upward trend. Some PA schools even let you submit your last 60 credit hours. So many like to see that you've improved and are able to take a rigorous curriculum. An upward trend is definitely noticed. Tip number 2, try your best to have at least 1,000 patient care hours. Now, some PA schools have a minimum amount of patient care experience that you need, but I highly recommend going above that. Now, high amounts of clinical experience may be able to offset any shortcomings that you have in your overall application. Tip number 3, try aiming above a 300 in your GRE score. I personally got a 300 on my GRE, but because I had a little bit of a higher GPA, I believe that I could get away with a lower GRE. Some people might even say that a higher GRE score can kind of help alleviate any shortcomings that you may have in your GPA. Tip number 4, and I think this one is super important. Have a hobby. Join an organization or a club that you are passionate about. It doesn't always have to be about medicine. Join that cooking club or that knitting club. Heck, even make YouTube videos. PA schools like to see that you are a well-rounded individual with interests. So just keep that in mind. Join a club so that way you can talk about it with an admissions committee, an interviewer, for example. I was able to talk about many things that I was passionate about, so I was able to connect with my interviewers as well. So join a hobby or have a hobby. Tip number 5, volunteer in something you are passionate about. When you are passionate, you are more likely to grow in that whole volunteer experience. Again, PA schools want to see that you are a well-rounded individual that likes to give back to the community. I also had a friend who really enjoyed hairstyling and giving people haircuts, and he had an opportunity to give homeless individuals haircuts and style their hair. So that's really, really important, not just for PA schools, but for yourself. Hey everyone, I totally forgot to put this in the video, but here it is. Tip number 6, start your personal statement at least 4 to 12 months early on. An awesome personal statement can really get your foot in the door and make the admissions committee want to get to know you. The prompt that you are given is, why do you want to become a PA? This takes a lot of time to think about why you personally wanted to become a PA and share your journey. Tip number 7, get letters of recommendations from people who actually know you. An employer that has known you for 2 years is probably a lot more valuable than a PA that's known you for about a day. Remember, someone who knows you more can write about you more and can submit proper and accurate evaluations. So I highly recommend getting a letter of recommendation from somebody who knows you. Ask 1.5 to 3 months in advance before the cycle reopens and have them save your letter and submit it when you send them the link. Tip number 8. Remember to relax and not get frustrated if you don't get in the cycle, or if you don't hear from that interview as early as you thought you were going to hear from them. The reality is you can always reapply. Life isn't a race, it's not a competition, And there's always something that we can all improve on if we don't get in the first cycle or if we don't get into our favorite school. I highly recommend contacting schools if you don't get into them, emailing them, or meeting with them in person so you can talk about what you can improve on as an individual applicant. Remember, again, life is not a race. You will get there. You worked hard and you deserve it. All right. I think that was it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe below. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you all soon.